dare you?
Damn, son.
Hey guys, Snarky Priest here. In today's Snarky Sofa Sessions, we get to go over Chef McSheeties' latest letdown. So unbuckle your seatbelts because as usual, we went nowhere. You see, Bumpy Ball says the same thing he said yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. Now, before we get into the never-ending saga of Chef McShitty's inaudible ramblings of hatred for reaction channels, channels with the name chicken in the title, and people that talk about his extra small, non-existent nipples. If you like today's video, hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to my channel. Also, remember to hit that bell notification so you can be a part of all the fun fuckery and snarky good times we're sure to have. Okay, so first things first, Chef McTiny Tits only has privacy strikes, and in an effort to free up some of his wasted time, I'm taking away his option to privacy strike my channel. It is that simple. I'm not hiding or bending the knee as he would like to believe. No, in fact, I'm taking away his striking abilities. I am also working to redo the 4 videos that were taken down. Per YouTube, as long as I edit the videos making them longer or shorter, I can re-upload it as a new video. So that's what I'm going to do. Why? Because y'all deserve it. And because it pisses them off. I am also going to be using a newly created face that represents Captain Tiny Tits, as he asked me not to use his face in my thumbnails. And guys, I am more than happy to oblige him. I feel like we've upgraded the channel. And don't worry, I didn't forget about Frigidity. Oh no, that would be rude of me. Okay, with the technicalities out of the way, we can get into the uneventful live that Tiny Tits did last night called Put Your Seatbelts On. Per usual, the cooking was boring, and shockingly, he didn't set the kitchen on fire. He started with his signature 30 spiced fries rolled in flour, to which our cargo ship chef marveled at the idea of adding flour to potatoes, like it's a new concept. Hey, Chef McMoron, that is how everyone does it. He then goes on to fry them to the point of perfection, which from what this absolute food destroyer says is when the fries hurt your teeth when you bite into them, but the inside stays soft. And guys, I can honestly say that is not correct. I have never eaten a fry that hurt my teeth when I bit into it. And I have eaten in restaurants all over the world, and it has not once in the history of ever with my relationship with fries hurt to eat them. Now, moving away from his grotesque cooking, we move into the sits on the couch and mumbles about the same fucking thing he always does, part of the live. You know, reaction channels suck, reaction channels steal, reaction channels moms or shamoots, blah, blah, blah. You know, nothing of any real value, not worth the watch if you ask me. He goes on to say some odd shit and then laughs at the joke while looking up at Mama Maytag for her approval. In fact, the only interesting thing about this live was that apparently some trolls came in the beginning before the live started and bullied our sensitive little busboy. And in fine cowardly fashion, his mods, Granny Horny Hands and Mama Maytag, dropped into the depths of the chat and removed the filth with haste so our little chefy poo didn't have to see them. And thank God for that, because can you imagine how long he would have mumbled about it? He is still going on about people talking about his comically small nipples. Hey, dum-dum. A, we are laughing at your little nipples, not talking about them. And B, why the fuck wouldn't we? On a scale from 1 to circus sideshow, you are a step right up, folks. Kind of unique. I cannot express into words how tiny your fucking nipples are. So here are a few actual men to compare nipples with. Also, Y'all are welcome. Okay, so after he talks about the same shit, he proceeds to watch a live that he did about a year ago. And this absolute twat laughed at his own jokes and was doing the same movements with his hands. And it just shows me how many times he watches himself back. And just thinking about that makes me smile like a psychopath. Just knowing that not only does Frigid Dum Dum have to listen to the same thing every night in his lives, she has to rewatch it over and over and over again with him when he's not live. Can you imagine? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year. Guys, 365 motherfucking days a year listening to this emaciated creep talk about the same 3 fucking things. No wonder she wants reaction channels to go away. I would want that too if I was pathetic enough to find myself in her situation. Guys, I bet this big bitch wakes up at the ass crack of dawn and skips her big ass all the way to work, happily knowing she gets 9 to 12 hours away from this absolute fucking nightmare. Her poor fucking mom, she is stuck in that shit box all day with that fucking loser, listening to his repetitive shit, choking on the heavily smoke-filled air, and reliving the ghost of dinners past, the smell of cremated food wafting in the air. The thought of it makes me feel uncomfortable. I mean, let's be real. With his ability to summon demons with his torturous voice as he hits the required dying goat pitch, he is surely going to open up a portal to hell. And that's the day shit gets interesting. I do want to say that I'm still reviewing the last few boring days of content. He basically repeats himself again, as usual, that he's never met a woman like me. You know, that cusses as much as I do. And well, no shit, Greenie Weenie. Your type of partner is a weak, sad, useless twat that is easily broken and controlled. And whelp, I can assure you, that's not me. He then goes on to tell me that he is a higher class of person than me because I cuss too much, and y'all, that's just too fucking priceless. Hey, Tiny Tits, I can honestly say that I have never snorted blow out of Foodle's fupa before, so yeah, I would agree with you. You and I are totally two different class of people. Also, my foul mouth is just one of my many wonderful charms, and your opinions are as useless to me as Frigid Dum Dum. So I guess you're just gonna have to put up with it because it's on my channel and there's nothing you can do. Womp womp. He goes on to mumble about Bali and wanting an apology from us, and honestly, no one gives a shit. Like nobody. Fridge, stuck in her own hell, just laughs and nods to help appease her tiny little tyrant. And can I just say, knowing that they live in a never-ending hell, constantly worrying about what others are saying or writing about them online is truly priceless. And it filled my stolen soul with warmth I thought impossible. As always, thanks for watching. Stay snarky. Hey, Tiny Teats, no one is ever going to apologize to you. It's never, ever going to happen. You can want it all you want. Hell, you can even believe that you're entitled to it, but you're not. So take a Valium, calm those ridiculously small nipples down, and then fuck off.